Hello students. Now we'll discuss one example which is application oriented example to oscillation of a spring. So the example says solve the problem of undamped force vibration of a spring governed by a differential equation m d square y by dx square plus ky is equal to f of t. In the case where the forcing function is f of t and which is given as a into sine omega t, taking y of 0 equal to y naught and y dash of 0 equal to y1 as the initial conditions. First try to understand this example. In this example they said there is the problem of undamped force vibration of a spring. Okay. The given differential equation, it is a second order differential equation which is given like m into d square y by dx square plus k into y is equal to f of t. But here the value of f of t is also given. Means what? This given equation is something like this. The given differential equation is something like m into d square y by dx square plus k into y is equal to f of t, but that f of t is also given here. So a into sine omega t. Okay, the given equation is like this here. So this is second order differential equation and second order non-homogeneous differential equation. Non-homogeneous differential equation. If it is non-homogeneous differential equation, then we need to solve both complementary function and particular function, though to all together it becomes a general solution. But here one thing we observed, the coefficient of this d square by d square y by dx square, if it will not be there, then it is good. Then let us divide the whole equation by m. If you divide the whole equation by m, then what we get? We get d square y by dx square plus k by m into y plus a divided by m into sine omega t. Still we are feeling the steps are a bit lengthy, so let us make them short for our convenience. So what to do? Let us take some substitutions in the beginning. What substitutions will be taking? Let us take k by m is equal to something like lambda square and a by m will be put as mu. This is not a rule, it is for our convenience. For our convenience, if you substitute like this, then the given equation becomes d square y by dx square plus lambda square y is equal to mu into sine omega x. It sounds a little bit simple. Further it can be written as d square plus lambda square of y is equal to mu into sine omega t. So now it is well-known a well-known pattern. We know this, how to solve this example. This is a second order differential equation which is having pi of x as a trigonometric function. So complementary function and particular integrals can be calculated easily. So let us continue with its solution. What to do? So first we take it as auxiliary equation. Then as per the auxiliary equation it becomes m square plus lambda square is equal to 0. Most of the time students ask this question. Instead of, even we can take lambda equal to this substitution. Why we have taken lambda square? When we are taking the substitution for our convenience, so let us take which makes the things easy. Means what? If we would have taken lambda here, then m square plus lambda equal to something we get. So then our roots will come in terms of square roots. So to avoid that one, anyhow we are taking substitution for our convenience. So we have taken lambda square by keeping this term in mind. Okay. So m square plus lambda square is equal to 0. Therefore m is equal to plus or minus I lambda. These are the roots. Therefore what is the complementary function? Here y is a function of x, so I'll take complementary function is yc. That becomes c1 cos lambda t plus c2 sin lambda t. So this is the complementary function. But this is not sufficient to say it is a complete solution or a general solution, because the differential equation is having pi of x, which is a non-homogeneous differential equation with a trigonometric function. So we need particular integral also, that is yp. What is particular integral? That is pi of x divided by f of d. So what is pi of x here? So this is equal to pi of x, that is mu into sine omega t divided by f of d. What is f of d? D square plus lambda square. Since we have a trigonometric term, so we know that d square is going to be replaced by minus a square, which is nothing but minus, what is a? A will be taken from a coefficient of a variable t from a trigonometric term. Therefore it is minus omega square. So d square is going to be replaced by minus omega square in this example. Okay, so but one thing we observed, if we substitute minus omega square here, okay, so whatever we are going to get. But one thing we should know, if we substitute omega square, that omega and lambda are totally different. So omega should not be equal to lambda. That we need to keep it in the mind. Omega is different, lambda is different. Therefore yp is equal to, let us substitute mu into sine omega t divided by d square is being replaced by minus omega square plus lambda square. Omega is not equal to lambda, therefore this is equal to mu into sine omega t divided by lambda square minus omega square. This is yp. Okay, we have yc, we have yp. Therefore the complete solution can be taken as y is equal to yc plus yp. Therefore y is equal to, what is yc? Yc is a complementary function, that is c1 cos lambda t plus c2 sin lambda t plus yp. Yp is mu into sine omega t divided by lambda square minus mu square. So this becomes a complete solution, and I call it as equation number 1. Okay, why only equation number 1? Why not we finish it off with this equation only? Because you can see in the example, when the conditions are given, the conditions are given for y as well as for y dash. Means y dash is also essential. How do you get y dash? Y dash is nothing but differentiation of this with respect to t, because here I'll take t. T is a variable. So differentiate equation number 1 with respect to t. Then we get y dash of t is equal to. So differentiation of this. Take c1 common. Differentiation of cos lambda t will be minus lambda into sine lambda t plus take c2 constant. Differentiation of sine lambda t will be lambda into cos lambda t plus the differentiation of this. Here we can see mu divided by lambda square minus omega square are constants. Only the differentiation of sine omega t will be done. So differentiation of sine omega t is omega into cos omega t. Call it as equation number 2. Don't get into confusion. So mu divided by omega minus lambda square minus omega square are constants kept as it is. Only we differentiated sine omega t. Then again use given initial conditions properly. What are initial conditions given here? They said y of 0 equal to y0 and y dash of 0 equal to y1. That means what? Y is equal to y0 and y dash is equal to y1, at the rate of t is equal to 0. Fine. So substitute these results in equation number 1 and 2 separately. If you put it in equation number 1, then equation number 1 becomes, what is equation number 1? Y of t means y is equal to y naught. So y naught is equal to C1 into cos lambda t, but t is 0. Therefore it becomes C1 into cos 0 plus C2 into sin 0 plus mu into sin 0 divided by lambda square minus omega square. So that becomes, this is equal to, you can see here y naught is equal to cos 0 is 1, so C1, sin 0 is 0, again sin 0 is 0. Therefore y naught is equal to C1 means C1 is equal to y naught. Then equation number 2 becomes y dash is nothing but y1. So y1 is equal to minus lambda C1 sin 0 because t is 0 plus lambda into C2 into cos 0 plus mu into omega into cos 0 divided by lambda square minus mu square. So what about this again? So this is nothing but y1 is equal to sin 0 is 0 plus cos 0 is 1. So it is lambda into C2 plus cos 0 is 1. Therefore it is mu omega divided by lambda square minus omega square. Therefore if you calculate this properly, then it becomes y1 is equal to lambda into C2 plus mu omega divided by lambda square minus omega square. But we need a value of C2. What is C2? C2 is equal to, take this term, keep this term here only, then send it to the other side, then it becomes y1 minus mu omega divided by lambda square minus omega square. Then if you send this lambda to the other end, it becomes this whole divided by means 1 by lambda. So this is the value of C2 and already we know what is C1. So substitute the value of C1 and C2 in equation number 1. Then equation number 1 becomes y of t is equal to what is that? C1 is 0, so it becomes 0 plus, C1 is y naught, so it becomes y naught into cos lambda t plus C2 is this whole thing, 1 by lambda into y1 minus mu omega by lambda square minus omega square into sin lambda t plus mu omega into cos omega t divided by lambda square minus omega square. Therefore, further what we do? We'll take its extension in the sense we will take it like here y of t is equal to y naught cos lambda t plus, take a group multiplication. If you take a group multiplication, it becomes y1 by lambda into sin lambda t minus mu omega into sin lambda t divided by lambda into lambda square minus omega square plus mu omega into cos omega t, sin omega t divided by lambda square minus omega square. This is sin omega t. Okay, then if you simplify this, it becomes y of t is equal to y naught into cos lambda t plus y1 divided by lambda into sine omega t. If you club these two by taking common terms, what is common? Mu divided by lambda square minus omega square is common. That if you take it outside, then it becomes, then this term becomes sine lambda t. I'll take this term first because it contains negative, so I'll take then minus omega into sine lambda t divided by lambda with the condition lambda is not equal to omega. So this becomes a solution. So this is the application oriented example, and this is the solution for that application oriented example. Thank you.